No fluff. We're getting straight into this. Let me tell you about my worst night on campus. So I was peacefully sleeping. You know the one thing college students cherish most in the world yet somehow can never get enough of? Yeah, I was getting some of that. So I was sleeping when out of nowhere, the fire alarm goes off at 4:20 in the morning. This mess is blaring. I'm out of it. While my roommate at the time is already up and getting ready to go outside. And I'm amazed since earlier that night she had taken cold medicine. This mess woke her up from nighttime cold medicine, and that stuff don't play. After some time, and losing some of my hearing, I made it outside with the rest of the dormitory who, like me, were tired and confused as to why the alarm went off so early in the f***ing morning. I ran into one of my other roommates and we're talking about what else, the fire alarm, when this guy comes up and starts talking to us. Now I'm not saying this dude was a creeper, but he definitely had some creeper vibes coming off of him. And as he was talking to us, we kind of looked at each other and we were both saying the same thing in our heads. This dude is weird. Before he left to go do whatever, he said something that raised a red flag in my head.
Oh man, wouldn't it suck if the fire alarm went off again?
Now, I'm not one to make accusations. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Plus, it could have been one of those intrusive thoughts that made it past his lips before he could stop it. Kind of like,
hey, what if I just broke your computer right now before you could finish your essay? Dude, what the fuck?
After 30 minutes of waiting outside, we were finally let back in, and I was ready to go back to sleep. It was kind of difficult, however, since I was woken up by a loud alarm. But soon enough, I was able to get into a nice and slow breathing rhythm. I was about to fall back into the elusive wonder that is sleep. But then... the alarm goes off again. We're outside again. We have to stand out there for another half hour. While waiting, people were talking and apparently the fire alarm was pulled again, but this time it was on a different floor. So, either there are two culprits where the second one decided to be a copycat and thought that it would be funny to fuck with everybody some more, or there's one culprit and they're going out of the way to be the biggest asshole in our dormitory. But soon enough, we're back inside. I get to my room, I get into bed, and I try to salvage any amount of sleep I can at this point. Everything is quiet. Everything is calm. I'm gradually on my way to dreamland, but then, and I'm sure you know where this is going. The fucking fire alarm goes off again, and never in my life have I been so ready to commit murder! Okay, that's it. A bitch is about to die tonight. No, wait, the sun is up, so this morning... You know what? That's not the point. The point is, when I find this bitch, they're dead. And I wasn't the only one. As we left the building, people were screaming, people were getting in their cars and leaving, and I swear, someone was on the ledge, wrapped up in a blanket, asleep. I feel you, my dude. Everyone was fed up with this bullshit. Face McGee decided to pull an alarm on the top floor where I lived, and thankfully some people saw him and went after him. And finally, the fucker was caught. According to some witness testimony, after the culprit was spotted, he tried to change clothes, but that didn't work. While he was being interrogated by security, he admitted to everything while high off his rocker. He was charged with 3 felonies, as he should be. And wouldn't you know it, it turned out to be that guy me and my roommate talked to earlier. I fucking knew it! I had this feeling, I fucking knew it! I was, like everyone else, glad that this whole ordeal was finally over. I just wish it could have been sooner, because at that point it was already past 6 and I had to get up at 7. Yep. Sleep escaped me once more, but such is the life of a college student. I emailed my professors about the ordeal, and some upperclassmen emailed theirs and was able to get their morning class canceled. You lucky bastards. I surprisingly made it through my first 2 classes, but in history, I fell asleep like... Before I knew it, the class was over. This incident is kind of infamous on campus, so I keep learning new information about what happened that night. And rumor has it, Face McGee was actually going to be expelled anyway, so I guess he went, fuck it, and decided to get high and raise hell. And that was my worst night on campus.
Wait, that was your worst night on campus? Please, my worst night was way worse than that, you wuss.
I'm sorry, not sorry, but what's the title of this movie called? My Worst Night on Campus. The my referring to the creator of this movie, me. This is based off of my own experiences, so your point is invalid. If this was called your worst night on campus, or the worst night you could have on campus, then maybe, but otherwise, your point, invalid. So go ahead and tell your story if you want. This movie's about to end anyway.
Wait, what? No, 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 no!